How do I? See you met my faithful handyman. No! Not another one! I'll save you! It's what Batman would do! He's just a little brought down, you see, when you knocked. He thought you were the Candyman.
When I was young, I designed a machine to turn ghosts into paintings, and I traveled the world collecting them. That's horrible.
Okay. A quick shot. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that came out wrong. You're not helping. You're not helping your case. You're not making this any better. You realize that.
Oh, it was glamorous, I can tell you. The souls of the dearly departed who couldn't rest, and you just went around and you started turning them into paintings. You're a monster. Well, tonight, I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party. Oh, Grandma, no! So I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Where's my guillotine? Because that one door says, no, you need 2 stars to enter. I figured that was the door to the final boss. And apparently no. But then again, that was a week ago. I was very young and naive then. No!
Excuse me. Coming through. Sorry. Couldn't help it. I'm completely incompetent. Damn, I look good running into those heels. Ow!
Thanks to philosophy, all is forgiven.
Well, I'm glad you were listening.
We're live now.
Okay. Greetings, gentle viewers and listeners. Welcome to Coyote Streams. I'm Coyote de la Mancha, howling at windmills and tilting at the moon. This episode's not for profit is Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders bears witness to and helps in the dealing with and recovery from a variety of disasters, whether natural or man-made, in over 70 different countries, regardless of political affiliation. So if you can afford to, please consider giving them a little bit of a donation. Even the smallest donation can help. And now, with the serious stuff out of the way, let's get on to the unfinished Swan. Kitch recommended this one, and Isaac got it for me for my birthday, so let's see what happens. Apparently I play this with a controller, which... What? No! Wait! What are you doing, computer? Stop! No. You need to cut that out. That is not what we are doing today. Holy crap.
You do.
You
started Dark Dungeon?
No!
How did you pull that off?
It's not my fault!
All you had to do was alt-tab to the game. That's all you had to do.
Nice to know. It was up on the screen. I thought it was already working, and so it wasn't responding to the controller. So I hit the central button, and suddenly Darkest Dungeon is like, "Hi, I'm here!"
It Well, is the controller working on the menu now? Okay, good.
It is now. Yes, thank
Play
you.
the damn game.
I'm working on that. Yeah, that'll have a bait and switch, but I'm gonna go with no. Okay, so I know nothing about this game. I know I had one job, right? No, all you had to do with all of the literally millions of possible button and key combinations was to do this one. Yeah, well, nice to know that now. I tried to do something that seemed intuitive. Look where it got me. All right, so I know nothing about this game. I literally found out like 5 minutes before we started that you play it with a controller. So here we go. Aw.
Game like this, you're playing.
Okay, there will be a slight pause whilst we make sure you guys can hear the narration.
Why? Why does none of this just fucking... God damn it.
Everything looked fine before.
Yeah. Jesus. Why am I coughing now? Come on.
Even our liveware is having problems. What the hell?
Okay, I was kind of... Okay, there we go. I was just trying to get some feedback from the game to get some basis of where the hell the audio's at. Alright, there we
Okay, can we start over?
go. Yeah.
Let's start over. Nobody should have to miss out on this.
Now you hear it. Good.
I hear it. All right. Okay. Okay, the unfinished Swan. Take 2.
Monroe's mother had always been much better at starting things than finishing them. When she died, she left behind over 300 canvases, not one of them finished, along with Monroe, who felt pretty unfinished himself.
Aw.
The orphanage allowed him to keep only one painting, and so he chose
Oh, that
the
sucks.
unfinished Swan that had always been his mother's favorite. But that night, he woke up to find the swan had disappeared. So he took his mother's silver paintbrush and followed the footprints into a little door he hadn't seen before.
Okay. Aha! Okay. Alright, I have a frame of reference now. Aha! There we go. Ha! So yeah, there's the corner. There's the floor. Oh, hello. That looks to be a door. Wonder what else I can find around here. Whoop. Oh. Okay, so is this the door where I came in? I think it is. Okay, that's the door where I came in. Yeah, in dealing with my mother's unfinished art, I have found an unfinished world. Whoop. Are there monsters in this unfinished world? Am I going to have to splat them with paint just to be able to see them? Oh. Oh, well, hello there. No colors anymore. I want them painted black. Yeah, Monroe felt rather unfinished himself. Yeah, and as far as I will confess, there's a variety of ways I find myself empathizing with Monroe here. Is that... Ah, too much. What do I need to do to interact with things? I mean, I can... Yeah, I can throw paint. Okay, the bumpers and the triggers, they all do paint. Uh,
Hello? Hello?
aha. So, right on the D-pad is...
Hey!
Excellent. Yeah. I was raised by a lady who wrote and drew and painted some beautiful things, some of which she finished, many of which she unfortunately did not. And that was always a source of frustration, you know, and puzzlement. Because you read the introduction and like the first half a chapter to a book, and then you realize there's never going to be any more. But she apparently, Monroe's mom, apparently left everything unfinished, and that's the kind of thing that I don't know, is that the same thing, or was that a philosophical expression that he is struggling to understand? Oh geez, there's bars? Was she really just not finishing things? Or... Oh, there's trees. Okay. Oh, I see the leaves, yeah. Was it that she wasn't finishing anything, or was she making a statement on how... yeah, about the nature of imperfection and impermanence? Okay, I can climb up on this. This is very, very cool. Can I walk into the tree area? Apparently not. Hmm. Well, so far, I must say this is a brilliantly and elegantly put together game. And I have a feeling I'm going to be using the word elegant a lot in describing this experience. Yeah, Cryptid Bia points out a lot of artists feel this way. It can be difficult to finish a project. Which, in turn, kind of implies an interesting parallel. Whoop. Hello. In that our hero apparently feels that he's a bit like one of her art projects. Oh, hello. It's nice to know. Yeah, this is... See, we know nothing to the start about what kind of environment he's from. This seems to be a farm of some kind. And I cannot help but wonder if this is where he grew up. Oh, I found water. Did you see that? Yeah, there's a pond over there. Yeah, I saw the swan, but I'm also exploring. Well, I didn't see the swan, but I saw the swan tracks. So I wonder whether the landscape we're going through, how much of it is memory of places that he has literally been, versus how much of it is a conglomeration of his mother's art. Oh, dude, that was so cool. Did you see that? Oh, hello, frog. How very cool. Whoa, what? I'm sorry. What was that sound just now? Hmm. I'll need to find a way across. Yeah, Cryptoria says, but I suspect there may also be an underlying fear, one that worries that you as the artist cannot realize the vision you had. It may sully it rather than bring it justice. Which, if we're extending the metaphor to raising a child, parentheses, I, Coyote, believe that that is probably part of what the game is saying, end parentheses. That's an interesting and tragic comparison, Cryptoria says, because some parents worry they'll do more harm than good in how they raise their children. Yeah. Yeah, child rearing is magnificent. It's an adventure, but it's also, it's something that has the potential to be terrifying, because you can never tell what mistakes will have a permanent effect, nor even at the time, sometimes, what of what you're doing is ultimately going to be a mistake. And all you can do is just try to do your best and try to keep from irreparably scarring your offspring in the process. And try to give them the tools that when you do make mistakes, and you will, that they will have the tools necessary to heal from them. Okay, so that's kind of the maximum range. With that being said, I don't think it's unreasonable to compare a human being to a work of art either. It's just a person is not a work of art that you're in control of, nor should you try to be. Yeah, this is a very... This is a rather complete that's what I'm looking for, landscape. So my thought is, right now, we are probably seeing some of his memories. This is just such a beautifully done game. If, go back here for a second. If this is intended to be like a park, then it's one that's obviously very near the house, but as one adds more contours, yeah, look at all of this now from a distance. This is a landscape of a private dwelling. Which I will admit makes me wonder a little, how our hero ended up in an orphanarium, if this is the case. I mean, you look at all of this. This is a large property, and it's obvious that there's a lot of love that's gone into it. So, for all that the bench kind of wants to imply a park-like area, I'm tending to think that our young hero grew up in circumstances where there's a fish, where there was an extensive amount of wilderness in back where one could explore and play. And when I was growing up, there was always a backyard. And I will admit that is something that I was hoping when I had offspring to be able to share as kind of a foundation. And that, due to financial concerns, did not come to pass. Hark! Oh, just look at all this. This is a world that beseeches exploration. So much, yes. And of course, to me, yeah, dirt. The first and greatest toy, dirt and sticks, made into swords, rocket ships. Whee! Yeah, rolling down hills is a competitive sport. That I never did, I don't think. But yeah, I think it's very telling, too, that if you use... Ari fan, welcome! Yeah, if you use too much paint, then you lose whatever shapes you're trying to find. Too much color can be just as disorienting as too much white. Oh, there's a cool lantern right there. So, in a way, this is kind of a very functional guide towards a good use of negative space and minimalist design for the player as well. Anybody has any kids who are into painting, I seriously recommend this game. Oh, look at that from the distance now. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, I do love chucking the paint in the pond, yes. Hello, fish. The fish like it too. This is a huge freaking house, man. And again, a question that waits to be answered is, from her art, look at that negative space. Oh my god. This is just gorgeous. Ari Fan says chucking paint into a pond is a great Bosane? Is that how you pronounce that? Bosane Peninsula sport? Well, for a moment I thought that I saw the legs of the swan. But then it turned out to be something else. Hmm. Curiouser and curiouser, as the young lady said. Yeah, I don't think, thinking back to an earlier subject. Ah! Oh, jeez. What? No! I keep falling through. But it looks... Okay, is it... Why would that not be solid? How would I fall through that area? Oh. Oh my. Is that a portcullis? Well, this is a statue of a monarch. Sort of. Yeah. If anyone could find an out-of-bounds glitch in a walking sim, it'd be Coyote. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'm starting to think that this is not very nice. Okay, I just need to find... Oh, there's a balloon. I want the balloon. There's a boat. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to think that this may be kind of an amalgam of memories. Some of which may well be drawn from his mother's art. Some of which may not. A very old building. And it shows a little bit of our hero's understanding of some of what may have been his mother's trepidation. Because whatever colors you bring, you cannot take them back. Let's see if we can get a better view, shall we? Oh, wow. There's the king. There's the balloon, way over there. Ah. Oh. There's tracks. Yeah, there's where I came from. Here is where I am. Incidentally, I don't know if anyone else has experienced it, but there is a graphic novel called Batman Black and White. And I recommend it. Interesting. I wonder what the... Oof. Okay. It's interesting to note how the music has been changing as well, because, you know, I have only been maybe half listening to it, but it seems to kind of meander along. And sometimes it's kind of a neoclassical. Sometimes it is something else. Well, hello. Is that a swan over there? No, it's a sculpture. And add a little bit more certainty to an uncertain world, which again is very much part of our hero's quest. Yeah, I've known people who have been part of the foster care system. It's not a place you want to be. So very cool. Hello, chicken. I love exploring games. Which this is definitely one. Yeah, I thought there was a corner there. No. You know, the more that I think about it, the more I think that to his mom, maybe those pieces of art were finished. And he just didn't quite understand what she was doing with her art yet. Pig. Because it made the story, the narration, was very clear that the unfinished Swan was her favorite. But just looking at the art, frankly, oh, nice. It looked pretty finished to me. An alicorn. Yeah, I thought that the ringed hand was holding a wand. But I will confess I did not examine it as closely as I might have. Nightmare Moon in mid-transformation, ladies and gentlemen. That seems to be less a sculpture and more of an outdoor rotisserie type of thing. Yeah, this... If this place is based upon... Yeah, there's a spit roast over there after the pig. Yeah, good point. If this is based upon memory, it is based on an amalgamation of memories, I think. But it may also be just the kind of place that he dreams of being able to live. Woof! Hi there! Oh my. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, this place is not without its perils. Yeah, I'm thinking that the combination of different images theory is definitely taking hold. But, you know, the pussy willows are a constant theme. On the other hand, in the middle of everything, moving. Packing and changing of address. Yeah, you know what people in the foster care system are usually given to pack their belongings in when they move from place to place? A garbage bag. I mean, what the hell, man? Let's see here. Is this truly a stairway to nowhere? It does seem to be. Oh, look at that. Aha. Interesting. Yeah, this is just... As we go further in, it becomes more obvious. This is just a kind of a hodgepodge of ideas. You know, the imagery about, you know, lakes, staircases. Whoop, hello. Ah, I want my balloon. Oh, nice. I freed the balloon. Ah, aha. And here we have Gateway of the King. You can tell he's a king because he has not only a crown, but a mustache. Whoop.
The king was young, arrogant, and amazingly talented. He was convinced no color existed that was good enough for his garden, so he left it white. While he pondered how to create some new colors, his kingdom began attracting settlers, and soon he found himself with bigger problems.
Oh ho ho ho. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Balloon! Because that is one of his mother's unfinished stories. Or perhaps one of his unfinished stories. It may be that he needs to finish it. Yeah, and it's glass that the paint bounces off of. No? Yep, there's the tracks. And so, this then would seem to be the garden. Yeah, the fact that there's what may have been a drum roast following the chicken, the drumstick rather, and the rotisserie following the pig.
Hey! Hello?
Part 2, the Watchtower. This world is not without its dangers. I mean, obviously it's not without its dangers. There's a monarch involved, but you know what I mean. And if any of you find that you particularly enjoy this exploration, please consider giving the video a like. It would really help. If for some reason incomprehensible to man or God, you don't like what I'm doing, first of all, of course, what on earth is wrong with you? But most importantly, go ahead and give a thumbs down if you wish, but also leave a comment on how you think that I might be able to improve. Ramparts. And the music is certainly suitable to a king's garden. Splip, splip, splip. Ha! And the tracks just go up a sheer surface now. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Swan. Thanks a lot. Ah! So the Swan, it seems, has a sense of humor. Yeah. Sometimes its tracks go up a sheer surface, like there. And this is just the same room over and over again. Oh, my MC Escher's heart. Well, at least the Swan had given me a clue as to how to proceed. That was nice of it. Seriously, I keep half expecting to uncover some glowery beast that once I can see it, and only once I can see it, it's able to try to eat me. Interesting that now there are some visible walls and edifices.
The king's new subjects were tired of White. They were tired of tripping, of banging their shins, of misplacing their homes. So they started painting everything, ruining the king's spotless design. In response, the king outlawed all non-magical brushes and pledged to spend the next month painting shadows for his kingdom.
Can you guys still hear me okay? The king does not like shading. Well, well, well. Oh. Oh my. Ah, good. Well. And I will say, this is an area that is perfectly timed, for now we find that there are things illuminated independently of our ink. Not perfectly, not completely, but enough. Which changes the game up just a little bit. Ah, hi, yeah, okay. Wow. The king has a sea monster.
Woohoo! Hey! Hello!
Still no answer. But that was a cool sea monster. Part 3, the first castle. Implying, therefore, that there are other castles to follow. Now I suspect that I don't want to fall into that water. Although apparently there's not a whole lot of sea monsters down there just waiting to snop up little boys who are dreaming. So, I will say that is a heck of a moat. And there are stairs leading down into it. Now that's interesting. Whoa, look at that over there. I have a feeling that the king's castle has... I think he's gone through some rough times. He's going through some stuff right now.
Hello? Woohoo!
Okay. Apparently I cannot swim, or at least I cannot swim there. Search for doors. Search for doors and search for traps. Doo-da, doo-da. And yes, in fact, I'm doing the paint equivalent of searching for secret doors. You can take the coyote out of the dungeon. It is much harder to take the dungeon out of the coyote. Oh, wow. Oh, hey. Is this a toy room? An art room? And the door slams behind me. Well, it seems I was right to be cautious. Oh. Hmm. Right. Diagonal. Right, left. Right, right, left, diagonal right. I will never remember that. Well, apparently I cannot zap that balloon from here.
Whoa.
Yeah, the king has made, besides a painting of himself, painting himself, painting himself, painting himself, painting himself. There's a maze, an airship, an idea for this very castle. More airships, or perhaps air whales? I hope they're air whales. Air whales are cool. Space whales are also cool. Oh, they're clouds. Very stylized clouds. That's very cool. Okay, so... right, left. No, right, right, left, diagonal right. I will never remember that. Oh my. Yeah, that thing I was talking about before, about there being that easy solution to a maze. Forget I said that. For days untold, and through hardships unnumbered, I have made my way through the labyrinth, beyond the Goblin City, to take back the child that you have stolen. And there it is. Wait, don't go! Alas! Didn't mean to scare you off. Just wanted to make sure it was safe to land there. Oh well. The Swan may be gone, but look at this view. I can still take a gander, but bumps. Oh. Yay. Well, as Dante Alighieri said before beginning his historic journey into the underworld, well, oh. Oh dear. Yeah, now there is maze with, now there's a maze with invisible paintable walls sometimes. Oh dear. See, I thought that hand we saw earlier was holding like a wand or a paintbrush or something. Pardon me. Aha! Fortunately, the Swan has been here before me.
The labyrinth was designed to be beautiful, and it was. It was not designed to be practical, and it wasn't.
Ha!
Whole families got lost for weeks at a time, mail took months to arrive, and many worried a labyrinth of this size was bound to attract dragons. Eventually, the complaints grew so loud even the king couldn't ignore them.
I feel like this is a story that his mother had started for him ages ago. Balloon! And now, you know, it's up to him to finish it, which is only apropos, since, you know, he felt rather unfinished himself. But it's up to him to finish his own story. Alright, hang about. I'm gonna try something here. Where did I come in? Alright, so it's like, okay. So then, kind of a diagonal. And then right. Okay. There it is.
Whoa.
Well said. Ah! Swan, come to me! And he's gone again, like a wind in the grass. Although... Balloon! There. X, 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 X. Okay. Neat. But I can't aim it, I can only zoom in and out. Also, I like the idea of the citizenry being concerned that a maze this large was bound to attract dragons. All right.
For the
Here we
first
go.
time in weeks, Monroe felt good. He felt even better when the wind pushed him close enough to reach the Swan. He was feeling so good, in fact, that he forgot all about his fear of heights.
Yay!
But when the Swan wriggled free and Monroe fell over the side, he remembered almost immediately.
Boo!
That might have been the end of Monroe if this were a shorter story, but it isn't, which is why Monroe's troubles were just beginning.
Ah! Sharks? Okay, Chapter 2, The Empty City. Sorry, Chapter 2, The Unfinished Empire. The Empty City.
Monroe scrambled out of the water and found himself in a massive city with no sign of the Swan or anyone else. Well, except someone's enormous pair of feet. These were attached to a giant who could have been a big help in catching the Swan, but, unfortunately, here was the laziest giant who had ever lived, and it was his day off. Having celebrated in his usual way, he was now sleeping it off and quite unable to hear Monroe yelling.
Hey!
While he was looking for a way to wake the giant, Monroe noticed something even better: a floating ship.
Awesome. So, okay, that is a huge leftover. That is the biggest piece of bread I have ever seen. Oh, now this is interesting. Now I'm painting things in sky blue. How cool is that? What's that you say? You weren't tired of a game mechanic quite yet, but you might have been in the future? We're going to change it up now. Oh. Oh, it's not paint anymore, it's water. See? It just kind of dries and goes away. So we started out contemplating incompleteness. And now we are contemplating impermanence. Interesting. There's the giant. Oh, okay, I see. Yes. Okay, can't get through there. I mean, the paddles are obvious, but there's always more to explore. All right, let's see here. How cool is that? This is absolutely fascinating. More story.
Sometimes the giant wondered about where all the people in the city had gone. Mostly he worried they might come back and ask him to clean their gutters or put out their fires. But they never did, and that was why the giant, who was the laziest that had ever lived, was also the happiest.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And see, initially, Izzy the Fool had been theorizing that I would probably get through the entire game in one session, and now I don't think so. I think that if we're going to do a proper job of exploration, we're going to need to take our time. Especially since apparently there are still things that are too white to be seen. And need to be blued. You see that? in order to be found. From up there, I thought that... Ah! Yeah, look at this. This is so cool. Those of you who are just listening, yeah, everything is still as ornate and complicated before, but now, since I'm painting in water, and the water evaporates very quickly, the detail and the impressions vanish very quickly, which also allows them to be painted and seen in a variety of different ways.
Before he discovered painting, the king was a potter. He loved the simplicity of a well-spun pot. So when his subjects complained that his new city was too austere and that there was nowhere to relieve themselves, the king ignored them. But when they started relieving themselves in his pots, the king hastily built them a sewer system.
Yeah, this is me just finding my way through corridors now. I'm relying on vandalism. Balloon, 1 of 28. Holy cow. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. There. Now I can move about. Cannot get through that, however.
Woohoo!
Yeah, the people have gone. Can you imagine how thoroughly this game must have been playtested? For this to work, the visuals to work this seamlessly and this well. Hmm. There's a better view of that giant. Aha. Oh, how cool. Okay. Now I can get across. Of course, that involves getting down somehow. Yeah, now that the gate's open, it's no longer a bridge. That's okay. Oh! Uh-oh. Hello, little bats. Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you. Bats really get a bad rap. Every now and then, a bat will find their way into the area where I live, and people will lose their damn minds. They have to be reminded, no, the bat isn't going to eat you. They don't drink blood. Just chill out, people. Interesting. Yeah, some of the construction here is pretty obviously just last-minute stuff. We still don't know why all the people left. I mean, it's not like the king invited them, they just sort of moved in. And they were like, hey, fix this place. Part 2, scaffolding. Yeah, normally I really dislike platforming. But since there's a lack of falling damage and nothing is immediately trying to kill me, this is okay. This is the kind of platforming I like, where it's just, yeah, let's just explore, and while we do, we'll bounce around a bit. Balloon! And I like how the king symbol is just a crown with a mustache under it. Yeah, he's just like, yep, king, me, yep. That's me, yep, yep, yep. Aw. Oh well. Let's try her again. Maybe my jump was just off. Eh. And no. Well, let's see if there is another way. I'm loving the music that they've got for this. Seriously, this is one of those games, from what I could tell, that you could just sit down and you could just keep playing and playing and playing and playing. And it would never get old because they keep changing things up. Okay, not seeing any obvious solutions around here. So looking for secrets. Not finding any. Is there a button that lets you run? Not that I've been able to find. There's jump. Yeah, I was thinking I might need to run and jump to reach the ladder as well, but there doesn't seem to be a jump function. I have my Joyful Vandalism button. And I have my button. That seems to be it. So, yeah. Hmm. So, yeah. I mean, it's possible that I'm just messing up the jump. But I keep thinking, you know, maybe there's someplace else that I'm supposed to go. Maybe there's some hidden way that can only be revealed through the use of color. And so far, I'm not seeing it. And again, if you guys see something that I don't, please let me know, because sometimes I will miss things when they're pixelated. And he sits and thinks. Yeah, I got nothing. And this is one of those situations where it's probably a very obvious solution. And I'm just looking right past it. But honestly, that's a nice touch, the fact that I can boop the signs like that. Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. Yes! Okay, I did it. Ha! Ooh, what's over here? Just boxes, okay. Yeah, apparently there was still a lot of construction being done when everyone left. Alright. Oh, hello. Little hole in the wall apparently leads to nothing. Okay, so... need to get on the ladder from this side. Balloon! Awesome! Hello, balloon. Okay, the balloon apparently cannot be reached from this point. Ah! Swan, wait! Okay. Well, that's cool. I wonder what's up here. Hello, balloon. Thought you could escape me, did you? Ah! Balloons. Okay, so... Well, it is an interesting way to work a crane system, I'll give them that. Whee! Okay. So... So there are these boxes that are in the way. There's a ladder on the other side. So... Humph. Okay. Well... So I guess now I... So now I guess I go around and around and around. It's like Elmer Fudd trying to explain classical music. And it goes around and around and around, and it winds up here. Can I make that jump? I think I can. Yes. Follow that goose. That swan. Dun 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 dun. Balloon. Dum. Okay. So here. So I guess I move this back. And then I can get over here. Okay. Balloon. I just want to see if I can hit that other balloon from here. Yes! Balloon. The city was made to be beautiful, and it was. It was not intended to be practical, and it wasn't. Can I go through you? No. Wow. Yeah, even the use of the little... They used to be paintballs or paint bubbles, and now they're water balls, and their function has almost completely changed. And I think that's just grand. Okay. What will the telescope reveal to us, I wonder? The airship! Ah! And there's Swan! Swan! The Penelope to my Odysseus. Ah! Kitch! I am awesome! And so is this game. Thank you so much for recommending it. I am delightfully lost in a city full of splendors. And I will say some of the philosophical implications of this kid's journey are really awesome. Let's see. I guess I jumped down? But I have fear of heights. Ah! I love how he was so delighted in the balloon. He almost forgot his fear of heights, but when he fell out, he remembered almost immediately. Which, coincidentally, a lot of this stage of the navigation is involving him facing his fear of heights. Oh, there was an easier way down. Oh, look at that. Yeah. There's the mechanism. I also love the fact that the game always remembers that the main protagonist is a child. Duke. Yeah, Izzy the Fool had originally been talking about how I might get through this in a single sitting, and no, there's no way. There's just too much to do. There's too much to explore. And this is not a game to be rushed. The joy is truly in the journey. Yeah. Kitchley says, I love that it starts as paint, then changes to water, and the story is just so beautiful. Yes, exactly. Wee. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I'm starting to suspect why all the people left. I doubt that that was an original part of the intended architecture of this place. And of course, since the water evaporates so quickly, yeah. Yeah, I like to walk around and see everything. I know, right? Frickin' Swan. What is it with the frickin' vertical surfaces? Oh well. More story.
As the city filled up with people, the streets filled up with garbage. In a fury, the king painted over the roads with a canal, which swept away the trash, along with some of the slower children. But the water brought something else, a horde of vines which began covering the city.
Well, there's some quiet horror that, yeah, don't fool yourself. If you spend some time playing pretend with toys with kids, you will find there is a fair amount of horror there. You know, I remember ages and ages ago playing with one of my magnificent offspring, and, you know, she was playing with horses, and it was like, oh, and this is the baby horse, and these are the mommy and daddy horses. And they loved her very much. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, but they died. I'm like, oh. Okay. The spiders came and took their blood off. Oh. Well, alright then. Thank you, Disney, for teaching us about parenthood and mortality. Ah! Okay. Mayhap? Yeah, once I'm in there, I'm committed. But, not a whole lot of else to go right now? Yeah, I mean, partially you can blame Disney. It seems like, you know, every fairy tale, Disney keeps the idea that, you know, the parents are either absent or dead or wicked or whatever. But then again, they're kind of based on the old Grimm fairy tales. And those reflected a time period in which, yeah, mortality was a thing. What? Whoa. Oh, one of your students wrote a wild story or homework. Part 3, New Growth. Swan! It was basically, Tina forgot her house key every day. Mom got mad and wouldn't let Tina in the house. Tina waited outside the house for 82 years. Tina died, and wow. Damn. But yeah, I tend to agree with those authors who maintain that. I thought so. I put water there, and the vines grow. I wonder if that's a good thing or not. It's like, girl! Okay, this is cool. I like being able to have the vines grow. However, I'm also noting some of the destruction on this street. And again, the only way to proceed may be a little bit of healthy destruction. Let me see here if I could just get you to tear that wall down. Or maybe I could climb you. Yeah! There we go. Wow. And so yet another use has been found for the vines, for the water, for everything, really. Can I get in that door? Apparently not. Okay. Yeah, this game truly is art. It is very artistic. I mean, I tend to think that video games are themselves a legitimate art form in any case. But this game really goes out of its way. The game that I had mentioned earlier, it culminated in a war between the horses and the giant spiders. Balloon! And the horses won. And the children were able to avenge their parents. I think a lot of people forget that kids are just as protective of their parents as their parents are protective of them. I want to see here. Can I get over that? Because that would be so cool if I could. Looks like I can. Yeah, Team Horse all the way, exactly. And so, with the help of the Emerald Kudzu, I find myself just a little bit closer to that airship, which is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, kids can be really protective of their parents. Come on, balloon! Ah! Darn! But I think this is where we're going to go ahead and end for today. How do I save? Play, options, toys, quit. Is this one of those games that autosaves? I don't know. I didn't even know that I played it with a controller until I started. Dunk. Balloon. And so, with my ballooning victory, this does seem like a good place to call it for the time being. Oh, good heavens. If I lead that invasive vine all the way to where that water is... I mean, okay, there's nobody left but the giant anyway. It autosaves. Okay, good. So, I'm not going to endanger anyone, except, maybe myself. But, we'll worry about that next time. I think that this is a fine place to go ahead and call it for right now. I think this is a new area. I don't know. I don't know what the game considers to be a new area, so I guess we'll find out. But before we go, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my patrons, present and future. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it too. It's great to see you. Yeah, the story on the wall has also been absolutely charming. But I do want to give special thanks to Cryptid Rhea and Guinevere, and most of all, extra special thanks to my personal savior, Laughing Gremlin. This channel could not be what it is without your support. Thank you. And Cryptid Rhea, don't worry about it. Anytime you can be here, always glad to see you. Anytime you can't, I understand. And again, Kitch, thanks for recommending this game. It is awesome. And if any of you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And when you do, please let me know via email or patron message if you would like a particular color for your name to be displayed. Alternatively, you can give a one-time gift at ko-fi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And yes, I really love this game. It is so awesome. And finally, a huge thank you to all of you who are circulating the links. The signal boost really helps. So, until next time, always be mindful of negative space. Always be careful where the emerald kudzu twines. And always be mindful of what you say and what you don't say to children. You can never tell what one phrase is going to stay with somebody forever, and let's face it, man, when was the last time somebody screamed at you for spilling a glass of milk? So, until next time, I will see you, gentle viewers and listeners, sometime again.